Yo, what it do, homies? Thanks for clicking into this video. In this video, I'm gonna be talking about something that I think most guys have been through, something that guys struggle with, and something that sucks. It just fucking sucks, okay? And that is approach anxiety and fear when it comes to talking to other strangers, more specifically when you guys are talking to a beautiful lady or girl. So just to give a little background, what I think approach anxiety is like when you see a pretty girl, whether it's during the day or maybe you're going out at night at like clubs and bars and stuff, and you see that pretty girl, your heart starts racing, your mind starts going rampant, maybe you start getting red or start getting nervous, and it's either you pussy out of the approach and that makes you just feel a bunch of shame and regret, and you kind of maybe beat yourself down mentally, or maybe you muster up the courage and you do the approach, but you're fucking nervous, right? And you eject prematurely, you don't run the interaction well, and it just becomes like an L, right? So just to give you guys a little backstory, I've definitely experienced many nights when I've been working on my social skills where I would go out aiming to improve my social skills with women, and I would just be stifled. Like I would just be in my head the whole time, second guessing myself, getting nervous, pushing out of approaches all night. And I just remember there's many nights where I would go out with high hopes, and the whole night I just would not approach anyone, not talk to anyone. And there's been nights where I've been such in a crazy flow state, like socially, where I was just in a flow state. And in this video, I'm gonna be talking about the difference of when you get into that flow state socially, and also when you get stifled in your head and you don't do any approaches. And you're just paralyzed and you just go home with so much regret, so much shame. And I think it comes down to how you handle your social anxiety when you go out, okay? So let's get into the video. The difference between having a stifled night where you don't approach anyone, you're in your head the whole time, you're second guessing yourself, you're not going after the girls that you really find attractive, compared to the nights where you're such in a fucking social flow where girls are looking at you, guys want to be your homie, they want to buy you drinks, you have no fear approaching the 9 and 10s in your eyes. Like the difference between those nights compared to the stifled nights really comes down to how you warm up. Your warm up is very important, and you want to do your warm ups properly to where you do easy approaches and it gradually gets harder and harder, because the more you get out of your comfort zone, the more of a social flow you're gonna get into, okay? And then vice versa. If you're stifled, you're having a stifled night, and you keep pushing out of approaches, you keep pushing out of all these things, you're gonna start beating yourself up in your head, and your energy is just gonna be off, okay? Compared to when you're little by little doing a little bit more, getting a little bit out of your comfort zone. You're gonna start building that social confidence. You're gonna start building that positive self-talk, and that's gonna lead you into having that aura that is magnetic. And that really comes down to how you warm up, okay? So in this video, I'm gonna be talking about how to properly warm up, whether you're doing day game or night game. And I think the most important thing is starting small, okay? A lot of guys, they get super hyper focused on just like sniping that hot girl, but that hot girl is like shooting a half-court shot. So you want to shoot a half-court shot before you even, shot a three or a free throw or a layup. And what really stifles guys is like they're so hyper focused on shooting that shot that they don't warm up. So they either brick the shot or they don't take the shot at all, and then they start getting in this negative loop in their head. mentally. So when you go out, first thing you want to do is you want to start making friends with cool guys. Just start talking to guys. Ask them if they've been to this place before. Ask them where's poppin'. Ask them, yo, where you guys from? And start making friends with guys, because that's the easiest, because you're not gay, all right? So it's fine if you talk to other guys. So when you talk to other guys, that's going to get your social juices flowing, and it's going to start putting in your head that it's okay to be social in this environment. I'm not going to get beat up. I'm not going to be laughed at. I'm not going to get chewed out. It's okay to just be social, to talk to people. I think that's the main thing. Proving to yourself through action that it is okay to talk to people. It is safe to talk to people out here. Okay? So once you make friends and you do a few approaches to some guys, now you want to up it up a little bit by doing that exact same thing, but with girls that you don't find attractive. Maybe it's an older chick. Maybe it's a girl that's a little overweight. Maybe it's just a girl that's not really your type. And you start asking them questions, giving them a little bit of compliment. And now you're getting a little bit more confident. You're proving to yourself that it's safe to talk to girls in the venue. And now you're starting to build that momentum, that social momentum. After that, I want you to do a direct approach where you're showing intent that you find the girl attractive, but I want you to do it to a girl that's kind of like a 5 or 6 in your eyes. Okay? You do a direct approach where you're like, hey baby, I think you're cute. Like, what's up? Let me get your number. Like something like that. And you do that to like a girl that you don't find that attractive. And then you try to just flirt with a girl that you don't find that attractive. Like it could hit, it could not hit, and you don't give a fuck type shit, you know? And a lot of guys might look at that and be like, nah, I don't want to talk to a girl I don't find attractive. I only want to talk to 9s and 10s. Like, okay, we're going to get there, right? But that's the point of the warm-up. You want to just warm up. This is like shooting a free throw, okay? So whatever happens in that interaction, so be it. It's going to build your social momentum. And it really depends how you feel after that approach. But you want to do maybe like a couple of those, a few of those, right? A few of those. Because you're going to be either rejected or you're going to get the number or Instagram, right? And if you get rejected, that's cool, right? You take that rejection on the chest, you take it on the chin, and you're safe. You feel okay getting rejected. Because a lot of guys, they get stifled because they don't want to get rejected, or they got the fear of rejection. So once you take that rejection on the chin, it's like, okay, like it doesn't bother you as much. You're desensitized to getting rejected. The other route that I could go is like you actually get the number on Instagram, right? And that's just gonna build your social confidence. You're gonna be like, yeah, I'm him. And then that's gonna build your social momentum. So now you're warmed up, you're feeling good. Now you could go into talking to the girls that you do find attractive. Now, to be honest, you should be feeling pretty good. You should be feeling pretty safe. Now, just start doing direct approaches to the hot chicks. Know what I'm saying? And then at this point, you should be at a social momentum where you're just flowing. You don't really care if you get rejected. You know what I'm saying? You're making friends left, right, and center. And now you're in a social momentum. But it all really started because you warmed up properly. Never skip the warm-up, especially when you're starting out. You're starting out, you definitely cannot skip the warm-up, bruh. You gotta warm up. Because there's been nights where I don't warm up and I'm just stifled the whole night. Like, I don't talk to nobody. Like, I'm kind of like repelling people because I just feel so like my aura's off. And when I do warm up properly, those nights I'm on such a high. I'm making friends. You know what I'm saying? Guys want to be my homie. Guys want to buy me drinks. I'm getting girls. Like, some guys are like, dude, what the fuck? Like, they'll look at me in a social flow and like they just want to be my homie. They just want to be my wingman the whole night. You know what I'm saying? I just showed you guys how to warm up properly when you guys go out in order to get rid of that social anxiety and that fear, so you guys can have a good night. You guys can make a lot of friends and hopefully pull you a baddie. So with that being said, that's the end of this video. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.